Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. That might be a little too loud. Let's pull that down some. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. That might be a little too loud. Let's pull that down some. Yeah, I got a lot of bugs to work out, to be honest with you there, Clinton. Can you hear me now? Okay, so I took off the speakers. See if that helps alleviate the problem with the monitor. So I'm trying a different software today. Instead of using OBS, I'm using Prism Live. Thought I'd try something different. It seems to use my cameras a lot better than the OBS does. Hey, George. Sorry, I'm just rifling through some stuff here trying to find a few things. Trying to see if I can get this bugs worked out. Trying like hell. It felt like I was renovating. It's something I never get done doing is renovating. Trying to get my train camera to work too, but it does not want to work today. Yeah, me and my girlfriend have been together for, oh, 11 years. And yeah, we do a lot of renovating. We just finished the bedroom about 95%. I have to finish the other 5% here this week because we're getting all new bedroom furniture. I got the train cam working. So, how is everybody tonight? You guys all have a good day? Get some relaxing in? What do you guys think about the camera angles? Yay, nay, change them? Yeah, I get you on that one, Clinton. I didn't do a lot of relaxing. I've been working on these cameras all day. Oh, new basement. Wow, you really went all out. We've redone the garage. We've redone the bathrooms, the kitchen, the living room, all the floors in the house. I've remodeled my office. We remodeled the spare bedroom, and now we did our bedroom. And I'm sure she'll find something else to do next. Overall, I'm happy with the cameras. These are Inomaker cameras that I got on Amazon. They're a very small 32 by 32 millimeter camera PCB, and I was able to 3D print some cases for them so I could put them on little stands. And that made a lot of difference for me because I was able to then just put them where I wanted them, and I could make as many cases as I needed. So I bought 3 of these little Inomaker cameras. They were, I want to say, $15 a piece. I bought some extension USB, some active ones because of the signal strength and the distance. And then I have one Ardu camera. They're all USB 2.0, so they're plugged into my PC, and they seem to be working pretty good. I could not, for the life of me, get them all to work right in OBS, but I changed over to a different software called Prism, and it took them immediately. Yeah, that's electrical drywall. Yeah, we did all of that stuff in the garage and all the bedrooms. I think we're going to end up probably moving down to the basement next. I am thinking really seriously about divvying off a portion of the basement and putting up a more traditional layout, one that I can work on, build houses, and see things. Hey, you 313, I see you out there. I thought you were going to be busy doing other things, playing with dogs. Yeah, I think this is a pretty decent setup for what I have. If it lets me be upstairs and active with what's going on, and I can still play with trains, so that's pretty cool. Overall, very happy with it. A lot more to do. Need to ballast the tracks and do more things than I can think of to add to it. I need to add some more buildings. I have automated crossing gates that I need to put up. Oh, that's a good idea, George. Yeah, there are so many things I want to do. And now that I've branched out playing with Arduinos, I'm finding all kinds of things on the layout that I can easily code and make work. And believe it or not, I mean, however you feel about AI, whether you like it, hate it, or you're indifferent, the thing that I found with it is it really helps me code and do the things I want to do, and walks me through the steps of what I need to do to change things and make things work. So I bought one of those We Honest, and you've probably seen those online, where you can buy this We Honest HO or N gauge or O gauge automated crossing gates that flash and they go up and down with servos. And it was really good, but their IR sensors were terrible. So I bought some new ones from Iowa State Electronics, which they make these really nice IR sensors. They didn't play well with the Wiana stuff at all. So I bought an Arduino, coded it, programmed it, got all the leads set up, and it works beautifully. Unfortunately, that was right about the time that I tore everything down and put the two main line up there, tore down all the old foam that I had up there, put new up there. So now I'm back at square one, and I have to go back through and do it all over again. So that's my goal, is to get that up and running, add some more scenery items and things like that, and basically just get it to a point where I can leave it before I go on to the next layout, which is more traditional with, a cityscape and things like that, where I can run some sidings and run a main line, and that's what I want to do. This is a great layout. I just can't run any sidings. 6-inch wide shelves on the straights. Obviously, the curves are pretty big. You can see that there's some real estate there, but it's not big enough to do any kind of switching or track changing. There just isn't a lot of room. Although I do really like Kato Track, they don't seem to offer a lot in the way of like a double crossover, which is one of the things I wanted to really implement. They have singles. Apparently they used to make a double, but I can't find one. I could probably integrate a Pico double crossover, since it's both 80 or code 83 track. It'll just take some work, some MacGyvering. I'm not opposed to MacGyvering. Probably turn on some, we'll put on some smoke for a little bit, just because I can. Nobody's home besides me and the dogs. I don't think anybody will mind if I smoke it up a little bit in here. We'll see. It could get bad. I don't know. If I can get the smoke to turn on. Oh, it's on. Okay. All right, that one's on. And okay, there's Western Maryland. It's smoking nicely. Looks like Florida's doing its thing. Yeah, it's definitely smoking as well. Hey, Josh. Thanks for stopping in. How you doing today, buddy? I've been watching your vids there, Josh, and seeing the things you do with your layout. It really is nice to see a lot of folks still really enjoying this hobby. Like I said, I'm so new at it. It's, like having a layout one time years ago before my kids were very old, and then taking it down. It's nice to have another one again. And getting back into this and learning so many things. Like, I never had DCC. Now I've got DCC and engines with sound and lights, and it's cool. Oh yeah, you want to come over and help me there, 313, and build that? Yeah, Clint, I did. Yeah, I mean these BLIs. Woof, I tell you, the Florida, the CSX Western Maryland, and for sure my Fantasy Camouflage SD70. Man, they really put out a lot of smoke, which is kind of funny. The one that I had to send back to BLI, it really didn't put out that much smoke. Even when you would fill it up and let it run, it just never really worked. So that's another thing they're going to be looking at when they get it down there. Well, hopefully they've got it, but I'm just got to wait for them to get it back to me now. So I'm sure that's going to take a while. Yeah, I'm looking, Clinton. I just, I don't know. I mean, I think if I get one, it's going to have to be like an excursion type train for me, not a mainline runner that I use all the time, more something that I would just play with on occasion. I like steam. I think steam is really cool, but I don't know. I'm one of those diehard diesel. Give me the big honking Gen 4s. Well, I mean, one of these days, George, I mean, it's honestly anymore with all the stuff being so easy to use. I mean, you could make it happen. Now, Clinton, you and I both know that I'm not going to waterboard/oil board my trains. A little dabble do you when it comes to smoke fluid, and it really does go a long way. I also don't run the smoke continuously for a long time. It's really cool, and I'm really prone to buying engines with smoke for some reason I haven't figured out yet. I don't need them, but I've been buying them. I guess it's just, you look at the price of what you're paying for, and I guess if I'm paying top dollar for something, I kind of want it to have top dollar features. I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to be looking at this because, one hand you say, okay, I'm buying this engine for the details. I'm buying it because of what it has. You want to be one of a Steam's king, and last I checked, a Challenger was way more powerful than it. Yeah, it is. It is. I get that. A World War II train, yes, I could do that. And George, honestly, you're already on YouTube, so you're already on the perfect place to learn how to set up a YouTube channel, and it pretty much sets itself up. You answer a few questions, tell it who you are, and you have a channel, and then you download some free software and you add some sources and cameras, and it's not that hard. I can do it. And I'm not the most technologically savvy person. I mean, computer literate a little bit. Well, Poles at 312, you are, yeah, I'll have you over here helping. Trust me. You better get your nimble fingers ready, because this stuff is small. I just got to clean up the part of the basement. There are definitely some, people out there, but you know what? I mean, here's the thing. I would help anybody at any time. And if somebody needed help, I would be more than glad to help them. Josh, I have 9 diesel engines right now. Well, 10 technically. One of them is it's in the drawer over there, and it's a DCC. I don't run it. I can run it. It does run. I just always forget about it. So I guess I have 10. Now, keep in mind, I didn't start this hobby until about late November, early December of last year. And so I'm kind of getting into that whole thing. I've kind of been on a tear, bit of a spending spree that I probably need to not be doing, buying up all these BLIs and I know Clinton will bash me for this and throw things at me, but yes, I've bought a few MTH locomotives, but I don't regret the purchase at all. And I even have a scale trains, because granted that I know BLI has made some of these engines that I want, but they didn't have them available, or I'd have to find them on the secondary market if they became available. So I bought the CSX Law Enforcement from Scale Trains. Yes, Clinton, I bought 2 MTH locomotives. They run really good. They're very good running engines. I mean, I know if they break, parts are going to be hard to find, but they were the demonstrators And I have a love affair with demonstrator units. I don't know why, but the demonstrator units are they tickle my fancy, and I seen the SD70s that they've got now, and I want to get those because they're demonstrators, and it's just a vicious circle. 1995 for you, George. That's how long you've been in this hobby. So I did this hobby back when I was a kid. You know, the old Tyco train sets, but I mean that was back in the 80s. Yeah, I get it. But what I was saying, George, is um, it, I wanted to. I dabbled back into it, and then I had kids, and that kind of got put off to the side for a multitude of different reasons. And now that they're grown, and I'm telling you what, I've got two of the greatest boys. I just couldn't be prouder of the two of them. Now that they're grown, I'm able to do the things that I want to do and get back into trains. And yeah, Clinton, I mean, I get it. And I know that one day they may break. But I'm quite happy just because I have the ones that I wanted. And I don't run them every day, and I don't run them a long time. And for me, it's having the ones that I wanted. Now, which blue demonstrator are you talking about, Clinton? Are you talking about the 3000? Well, at this point, if he was born in 1885, he's the Crypt Keeper. Oh, you guys are no 13. No, 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 no. I couldn't be happier. I would, if I could go back in time and do the same thing again and put that hobby aside for to spend. Yeah, I would do that. Absolutely. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That yellow and blue one. Yes, yes. I want both of them, please. Specifically, the blue one more than the yellow one. I think that will go really good with my ES44 BLI in blue. That's the I believe it's the 3000. That's a good looking engine. Besides that, man, I tell you, how could you not like these ST70s? These things are beefy, chunky. Oh yes, the old 70s and 80s Tyco lifelike. Yeah, yeah, I had one of them, and I had a small little layout, and back then not knowing any better, I had they came out with this tunnel that had a water pump and a water feature, so you could pump water up the hill. All it did was leak like a sieve. That didn't last long. Water on train layout, not so good. But I was young and didn't know any better. Learned a lot since then. It's amazing the mistakes you'll make. Oh no, I mean I like Steam. I will sit here and watch Clinton run his Steam engines around, or Matt, or Dave, or anybody. I mean, I'll watch them, and I think they're really cool. I don't know. I mean, I haven't found one yet that when I've seen it, I said, oh, that's the one I need to have it. I'm sure there's one out there. I'm sure there's absolutely a steam engine out there somewhere where I'm going to see it. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to put it on the railroad. And I'll probably go get some passenger cars, and I'll run it like an excursion train. Or I might even stick it with my Wheeling and Lake Erie theater cars and let it pull it around for a while. I'm sure that's something I'll probably do. I just haven't gotten there yet. Maybe one day, just not today. I mean, they just came out with the BLI's Club Loco. I mean, it's a really great price on a locomotive with, sound and smoke and DCC, but it's yeah, it's a Vanderbilt. I'm just not into that. 25 steam engines. Now that's a lot of steam engines. You got a whole yard full. But you've also been in the hobby a lot longer than me. I can't wait to see how many I have by the end of the year, because I've already got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I've got 4 or 5 on order right now. Different ones, and I am kind of scouring a little bit of the Steam pre-orders to see what's out there, seeing what's available. I don't know enough about them to know what brand I should or shouldn't get. An armored train from World War I. Well, I mean, I have the HO scale train layout here, and you're more than welcome to come over and use it, 313. So if you want to grab one of those trains, you can bring it over. Just make sure it's DCC. 21. Wow, that GG1 is pretty cool, though. I like how the springy pentagraphs are. That is really cool. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, what we do here in modeling, if you have a GG1, you're an electric train on electric tracks. Kind of makes sense. Versus me, that I'm imitating diesel locomotives with electric tracks. First train in 87 when your friend Kevin and your sister Patty got married, and your first train was 4 years old and number 666 steam locomotive O gauge. Ah. Do I know how much a foreign armored steam engine is? Makes BLI prices look like dollars toward 12. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I that's up to him to buy. He got a job. He wants it. He can buy it. I'll let him. Yeah, I mean, some of these locomotives can definitely be a little on the pricey side for sure. There's no doubt about that. I mean, I've seen some that, I was looking online and I saw an Overland. Now, it was a Overland brass, and it was a 2010 ES40 or a ES44 number 2010. It was the GE demonstrator, and it had a experimental whatever labs car with it, and it was like $3,000. And I was like, no. I know you keep telling me Shay, and I could get a Shay. My local hobby shop's got one. I think he's got 2 right now, or still. But it's $600 for something that, I mean, if I had some hills, it would make more sense. But my layout is about laser level flat. Yeah, well, I mean, it may be a great price, but I won't pay $3,000 for a locomotive, especially not in HO scale. $3,000 for something I could ride, sure. I mean, I could probably try to ride the HO, but it's going to go right up my butt crack and it's going to hurt. And you'll ride it once before you break it. Yeah, I want to enjoy the hobby. I'm not trying to, finance a third world nation by buying $3,000 locomotives. And I mean, it was nice. A ramp to the floor. I think what is the percentage of grade that a Shay can handle? I mean, I know it can handle a straight vertical drop once. I got to think that the angle that I would need for 7 feet down is an awful steep angle. I mean, I guess that's probably what you guys don't realize is that my layout is 7 feet off of the floor. So 7 feet up and 12 inches down from the ceiling. That's my layout. And it runs around the entire perimeter of a slightly over 10 foot by 14 foot room. I mean, you can kind of get glimpses of it in some of the camera angles that it's above the doors. There's a closet door over there in the top left camera. You can see the door. That goes to a closet and the exit of the room. I mean, 20% grade is pretty darn steep. I'm going to have to put some cogs in the thing to make it go up and down like the old Cass railways. I just don't see that happening. I mean, if I had a Shay, it'd be a great little thing to just chug around. I mean, you know. Yeah, I've seen your layout, Josh. I mean, hey, look, 4x8 is fantastic, and if I'm going to do something in the basement, it's probably not going to be, 30 by 50 and all that stuff. It's going to be pretty standard. Will it be an actual 4x8? Probably not an actual 4x8 per se. Probably be more along the lines of a couple feet wide, go around, curve around, come back through. You knew what I meant, Clinton. And I know Cass didn't have cogs. It wasn't a cog railroad, but my brain doesn't engage to my mouth as fast as it needs to. And sometimes it just freewheels and just spits things out. And again, I'm still relatively new here, so, keep that in mind, brother. I'm getting there. Takes time. But, no, I mean, it's definitely want to have a bigger layout where I can actually put up buildings and, street lighting. I'm going to need to put bungee cords through, a parachute, pillows all around. That's 176 engines and 334 train cars. That's a lot. I think right now I'm at 10 engines and about 25 cars. 10 feet 6 by 20. Now that's a nice size. Yeah, see, I want to do something where I can walk around. Well, what I meant, Clint, is not really 4x8 per se this. So my goal is to set something up that's kind of sweeping and arcing, and it's going to fit in a 10 by 10, maybe 10 by 12 space down in the basement. Something where I can walk around everything, and I can reach across and touch things, move things, fix things, do things where I can have access. I don't want to have a 4x8 where I'm constantly way stretched out across trying to do something. So that's kind of where I'm thinking with that. Josh, I've only ever watched Getting Back on Track with Steve and Roxy. I think maybe one time, and it was for about maybe 30, 40 minutes, I think, is maybe I was watching. They were working on, I think they were blending in some grass and some dirt and stuff on one of their hills. And it's been a little while. Now, that's another thing I did think about, Clinton, is N-Gauge. Doing a small empire with N-Gauge and leaving my HO up here. But I don't know. I really like the HO scale. I know a lot of folks are die in the wool, love their N. I just like HO. I like the fact it's big enough for me to put my big man hands on. I mean, I'm 6'6". I got big hands. I feel like on an N gauge, I would break things a lot. And, you know, I like the more durability of an HO scale. It's just a little bigger. It's not much more durable, but enough in my mind. My mind feels more at ease with something with substance. Yeah, I mean, you can fit a lot into an N scale layout. I mean, I'll give you that. You can fit a lot. But I really like the HO. I just like the things that are offered. I like how easy it is to get. I didn't realize they did Sunday live stream. I mean, I just kind of sat down and had the cameras working, and just decided, well, you know, let me flip the switch and just go live and see what happens. I didn't even know if anybody would show up. N scale it. Yeah, I knew what you meant. I like this layout. I mean, this is just a fun layout. And the upside is, I mean, while my boys don't have any kids yet, once they do, if they ever do, grandkids, you know, come over and see, you know, grandpa's trains up on the shelf. You know, it's great. If my knees ever get too bad, I can't go to the basement, I've got some place to play. So that's not so bad. I don't mind that. You know, there's always other things. I feel like I should change out one of these trains. Which one should we change out, gentlemen? Shall we change out the CSX, or shall we change out the Florida East Coast? Well, if Nichelle has her way, yeah, you're going to be one busy young man. All right, Josh, since you spoke up first, Clinton, you're going to go someplace for lying. I know you don't want to see no Bachman. You are evil, sir. Evil. All right, let me change out this train. It shouldn't take too long. I mean, I'm saying I could get you a Bachman. I mean, that's not a problem. I don't know. I've got a Bachman. It's not bad. The sound sucks. It needs an ESU lock sound on it, to be honest with you, to make it sound better. But that's not what it has, so we're going to pull this one off real quick. Secure that one down. All right. I mean, you keep talking like that, Clinton, and I'm going to have you committed. Now, I'm not saying that there's not good Bachmann out there, and there are. They are what they are. All right, we've changed out the CSX. Now we're running the Fantasy Paint Schemed from BLI, Train World exclusive, Lieutenant Colonel Kabowski. Kabeski? I can't even think of his name on there now. I mean, my freaking mind's going blank on me. But it's coming around now. You'll see it in a second. There we go. Woohoo! That is a nice engine. She runs so nice. We'll turn the smoke on. We'll smoke it up. Turn the headlight on. I guess that would be a violation of the rules, not having the headlight on while we're on track running down the main. Trying to get myself in trouble with the railroad cops. Josh, I am using all Kato. It's all Kato Unitrack. When I bought it, I bought pretty much every piece that the place I bought it from had. In fact, I had to mix it because they didn't have the wooden ties. So as you can see in that bottom right-hand corner camera there, you can see the two different colors because I had to get concrete ties to go with it as well. I didn't feel it was that big of a deal because, hey, sometimes railroads switch things out and they go concrete as they're moving out and cycling out of the wood. And boy, that thing is a smoker, isn't it? Now, I will say one of the things that I noticed about Kato right away, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe I'm just imagining things because, my feeble mind, but I noticed that the Kato track is by far quieter than the Bachmann Easy Track. And I had Bachmann before that. I was going to go from Bachmann to Flex Track, realized how much of a pain in the ass that was going to be, pardon my French, how much of a pain in the butt that was going to be to change over and get right. So I just changed course and went online and ordered every piece of Kato track that I would need. In fact, I have extra still. But I have not been disappointed with it at all. It went together great. It's smooth. I've not had a single car derail on me. I had cars derailing on me all the time with the Bachmann, even though the Bachmann had no problems. There was no gaps, no ridges, no nothing. But for some weird reason, this just runs better. And maybe I'm imagining it. I don't know. But I'll take it. I am digging the stream. It looks pretty good. I mean, Josh, I don't want to be one of those elitists that tells you you have to do something. that you have to only buy this because it's the best there ever was. Buy what you can afford and go with what you can afford. And run it and be happy with it. Enjoy the hobby. Have a love for what it is. I sit here and I play with all these BLI things, and I feel sometimes like I'm a snob. I've got all these BLI engines, and I just feel like, yeah, you got all this fancy money to buy all these expensive locomotives and blah, 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 blah. I mean, I've got a couple of other lower cost on order. I'm looking at an Atlas right now, an a dash 8 40CW. It's an Atlas Gold. I've got a Walters on order. I'm sure if I ever find the right Ather blue box that I'm looking for, I'll buy it and I'll DCC it. And I'll probably put a sound decoder in it. Only because I can. There's nothing wrong with that, George. If you've got the skills to work with the Flex Track, man, I envy you, because I started messing with it, and within the first couple of hours of trying to lay it down and get it where I needed it was just fighting me. And it's probably because I need someone to teach me how to do it. And if I had that, it'd probably be easier to do. And I'm not opposed to using Flex Track on my next layout, because there are some sweeping curves that I want to do and some transitioning in. And there's a feature here on our local CSX division that I really want to put in. And it's almost like this really weird little snaky curve before it goes into the yard. And I want to kind of emulate that. Yeah, exactly, George. It's your layout. Enjoy it how you want. Buy what you can afford. Do what you can do. And love every stinking minute of it. Morning, Mike. Where you're at is morning. Definitely morning to you. Where I'm at is evening. In the great Midwest of the United States. In the state of confusion. Well, not really state of confusion. Well, yeah, Clinton, you use the Flex Track, you outline everything, and then I even 3D printed a bunch of guides, basically, you could put in between the rails to keep the curve, and there was all that, and then there was, but again, I was also working 7 feet off the ground. I'm on a ladder, I'm trying to hold multiple things, and I just got frustrated, and for me, it was like, you know what? I'll just go with the Kato this time. What DCC control are you going to go with, Josh? Just curious. I have no professional opinion on any of them. I don't. I know what I use, but I know there's other ones out there that are better, and I know there's ones out there that are worse. Lowland, Scotland. Well, welcome, Mike. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here tonight. I appreciate you stopping in. I will say, Mike, you are the furthest away visitor that I think I've had at this point. Yeah, Kato's really good. I won't argue that. Laying it myself and seeing how good it was and how easy it stays together, I definitely enjoy it. I like the fact that when I'm putting the pieces together, unlike some of the issues I have with Bachmann where I would destroy or almost destroy the joiners, whereas Kato is just butter smooth and you're good to go. And if you do happen to bust one up, it's a lot easier to replace the Kato unit than the Easy Track from Bachmann, because those things are a pain to get off. Oh, Bachmann command controller? Is that what Matthew has? I didn't know if that's what he had or if he had Digitracks. Or maybe he runs both, just one at his house and one at his girlfriend's. I'm not sure. I think Clinton is using a pretty fancy schmancy one with a digital display and some other fanciness. Yeah, see, he's using the DCS 52. He'll tell you which one to get. I won't. I use an NCE power cab with a 5 volt with a SB5 smart booster, so I get 5 amps. I use my original power cab setup. I use that as for my my test track, my programming track, and then I have the smart booster and that set up for the main line. I went with 5 amps because I've got about 90 feet of track running around in a circle. So with all that track and all the buses that I needed to put in, I want to make sure I had enough amperage to cover it. I thought Matthew had Digitrax. I kind of remembered him having the big bass command station there in his bed layout there in his bedroom. MRC, Model Rectifier Corporation, I think is that what it is? I could be wrong on how that, but I thought it was Model Rectifier Corporation. But good stuff. I mean, they've been around for a long time. I mean, they've been making DC power packs forever and a day. Oh, okay. Thank you, Clinton. Again, I wasn't 100% sure on that, and I knew you would probably know more about it than I do. I don't know. I don't really know much about the Bachmann command system other than what my local model shop told me. He has them, but when I went to get one, he basically, aside from slapping me, pretty much told me never to buy that. Apparently, he says he sees a lot of them back. I don't know if it's true or not. He could have, at that point, I was so new in the hobby, he could have been trying to sell me jellyfish for, traction motors. I wouldn't have known any different. So, go with what you know, go with what you can do, and enjoy the heck out of it. He sold me the NCE. I don't regret it. It's easy for me to use. I figured it out. I watched a ton of videos. The DCC guy, bunch of other ones to figure out all those things on how to figure out CVs. So my memory is still good, George. On occasion, I get one right. I have a few DC engines. I don't use them. I don't even count them as my engines. They're more for, just toying around with. When I count the engines that I have, I count the ones that I can run with my DCC. I don't count the non. But I think I'll have like maybe 2 or 3 of those. Working on getting more. I mean, things will switch. I mean, I think my personal thing on that one, Clinton, is just I don't think you can go wrong with a DCC as far as going with NCE or Digitrax. I really don't think you could go wrong with either one. They both have their strong points. They have their weak points. They have their this, that's, and the other thing. It works for me. I like it. I don't really know that there's anything I need to be doing with it that the other one's going to do more for me. I'm running trains. I'm not trying to reprogram, the entire thing. I mean, everything you're doing with all the reprogramming and setting up this, that is awesome. And I am the bearer of the gift that you are, and that you give me that information, and I love that. And I couldn't tell you, I appreciate you so much for that. Well, the only numbers you really got to remember anytime, Josh, is just the number of that you assigned to the locomotive when you programmed it. So it's either going to be 3 factory default, or it's going to be whatever number you set it as. Which usually most folks just use the locomotive number. Oh, a Hornby E-Link with a base station computer. Oh, now that's fancy. I like that. I looked at that. I looked at doing the computer control through the JMRI or whatever that's called. And it was kind of intriguing. Oh, 3 amps is good. Yeah. Power cab's 2.5. Yeah, and I got I stepped up to the 5 amp booster, so. Oh, well, hey, George, by all means, it sounds like a fun time. A CN Turbo, nice. I appreciate you stopping in and spending a little bit of time with us and, conversing in the chat. You're always welcome to stop back. Keep the door open and the light on for you. We're not Motel 6, but we'll definitely leave a light on for you. And I'm not Tom Bodette. If you're old enough to remember those commercials. I am. I'm old as hell. Let's get a little horn action there. I love the horns. They just sound so cool. I appreciate it, George. Thank you so much. Can't appreciate so much. Thank you. Easy, young man. Call me older than dirt. I'll have you know I did not know what dirt looked like when it was formed. I'm not that old. Dirt was already formed when I was born. So, I think we're going to pull that Florida East Coast off. Because, well, why not? Now we're going to let it go around one more time. Let it do its electric boogaloo one last time. I tell you, I thank you all for showing up tonight. Sunday, I mean, everybody's trying to get ready for work and trying to relax and do all their thing. So for you guys to spend a little bit of your time with me, I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'm not much of a content creator, but I'm surely working on it. Rapido HO Turbo Train. I don't know what that is, but now I want to see it. I'm going to go look it up because I don't honestly know what that is. Oh. That is fancy. Oh, that's pretty cool. Work is that thing that I go to Monday through Friday. Yes, guys. Yeah, I wasn't trying to call you out, 313, but I guess they can probably figure it out on their own. They're pretty smart. But yes, that is my oldest son. 313 is my oldest boy, who is awesome. Just ask me, I'll tell you. So there's me, polizi 212, and him, polizi 313. It's because he was trying to steal my name because he was playing games under my account when he was younger, because that was the only way I could do it. I have some Rapido stuff, Clinton. If you look at those white cars following behind that Florida East Coast, those are both Rapidos. And one of them actually has sound on it, and the other one does not, but they are the same Rapido. So now you know. Yes, there's two. But there's really only one. I'll take a look, but I think the last time I was looking there, Clinton, they didn't have anything the modern that I was looking at. But I'll go back and look again. Here, this is just for you, Clinton. I put my one and only Bachman right there. Oh, they just announced an SD70 line? Okay, I didn't see that, so I will definitely look that up. In fact, I'll write that down right now. Because of my old age, I'll forget to go back and look at it after the stream and go, oh! And it's from Rapido. I'm assuming they're all on pre-order right now. Well, because it's just a dumb old AI type thing. You can't get it always right. And that's okay. I mean, I pretty much know what you're saying. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. I mean, I figured out repeat all was repeat O. It probably would, it's heard you say it was repeat. Yeah, that's my one and only Bachman. It's a Erie Heritage unit for Norfolk Southern. It's a pretty engine. Unfortunately, I was lied to by the model shop that sold it to me. They told me that, oh yeah, this thing's great, runs good. It's got alternating ditch lights, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't even have ditch lights. They don't even work. They're there, but they're just for show. They're just fake. So I have to do the whole MacGyverism on it and put them on there. I'm also going to change out the decoder for an ESU Lock Sound 5. The one that's in there sounds like trash. I don't know if you can hear it. I'll turn it on. And here's the horn. So that is a Bachmann with the sound value decoder. So not real good, but as far as the locomotive goes, it runs really good. It's real smooth. It's real quiet. But the sound that they put in there is just trash. Big old bear claws. Yeah, trust me about it. I got to buy the biggest phone I can get my hands on to be okay. So I completely understand. I'm not going to run this Bachmann very long. It's not one of my favorites. I like the colors. I like the locomotive. I just don't like the sound, and so I don't run it a lot, because when I want to run sound, I want to hear good sound, not whatever that is that thing has. So I'm going to change that one out. Oh, I agree. It's I wouldn't have never spent what I spent for it if I'd have known what I didn't know. And I would have definitely made a better choice. But I didn't know, so I made a bad choice. Yeah, I mean, I know that, you know, there are some Bachmans out there that have good sound. That's not one of them. So again, I'll put a little bit of money into it. I'll put an ESU lock sound in it, and then I'll be okay. As far as, otherwise it's fine. It runs. It does its thing. I couldn't be more happy. But I just wish it had better sound. So I put my SD45 up there for you, Clinton. I know you like that one. Should turn the headlights. There we go. Turn the headlights on. That might help. I definitely got to work on putting some more features on this layout. Something for people to look at. You don't get much to look at right now. A little here and there. Not a whole lot. Mostly the other train coming at you. I should put my well cars up there one of these days and run those around. I've ordered a couple of auto racks. Those ought to be fun to run around this track. You have quite the eclectic collection there, Josh. That's awesome. Right now, the only trains I have per se are the HO scale trains that I have. And I do have a really nice Lego style. It's a Kobe, I think is what it was, train that my son bought me for Christmas one year that I put together. The thing is huge. Then I have a wooden train that my girlfriend bought me that I assembled. It's one of those 3D puzzle things. Well, in all honesty, Mike, most of my scenery is just background. I've got one scene in the one corner that, oh, yeah, we'll probably see here in a second. As we come around the curves here. Then I have the flour mill that you can see in the top right screen. That one is a 3D printed. I actually made that with a 3D printer. And I have one of my cameras mounted on top of it right now so I can get a downward view of the tracks. Let's see, where's that train coming? Yeah, you should be able to see. Oh, yeah. You'll be coming up here on the right-hand side in the center of the screen. You'll see one little scene that I made using a kit that I got from Menards. They actually had that little rail car with a pickup truck that lights up, and I assembled all that and put that together and made my own area. 3D printed all the block for it, which is pretty cool. And you can see in the center there, that's the mill that I made. That's paying homage to my father, who worked at a flour mill for 40 some years. Retired from there because the company went out of business. But he worked there and finally was able to retire. But yeah, he made flour. They sold their flour to Archway Cookies and to Keebler and to Joy, the ice cream cone manufacturer. That's awesome, Josh. I'll be looking for that. I'll take a gander at it. I see your shorts you post up, your little short videos, which are pretty good. I have a long form video that I'm kind of working through. It's kind of going over what I did, how I made my layout, things I would do differently. I think I just saw something about the Just Plug sound. Was it Woodland Scenics or was it somebody else is coming out with it? And then somebody else is coming out with pre-weathered cars. I think it's Bachman in their Trainman division. They're coming out with a whole line of nothing but pre-weathered cars. Which, okay. Ooh, you built a Helix. I bow to your greatness, sir, because, yeah, I wouldn't even want to try that. I fear that I would have locomotives on the ground more than I'd have them on a curve. I am Carpenter Not. If you could see, which you can't from this angle, yeah, my carpentry skills are sorely lacking. Yeah, they do, Clinton, but this was like, I think it was Bachman. They're just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know enough about them. I'm still learning what cars I should buy, which ones I shouldn't buy. I don't even know. Maybe I need to spend some years researching Model Railroader magazine. I don't really know what I should be doing here. I'm not. I don't know. They look kind of cool, but I don't know how I feel about dirty cars. I mean, dirty looking anyway. I kind of like them when they look so pristine and clean and pretty, and then you're buying them already messed up and broken looking, and I'm not sure how I feel with that. It goes against my better judgment. The fact that you have 2 levels, Mike, that is impressive. If you ever get around to showing that off, or if you already have, I'd love to see it. I definitely like taking a look at other people's layouts and see what they've done. Learn from them, because I really don't know all that much. I mean, I'm still learning. I ask a lot of questions and different chats that I'm in, and sometimes I get great answers, and sometimes I get ignored. Probably because I ask too many. Clinton over here, he answers me, and sometimes he answers me with a one-handed slap. I've deserved it a few times. Yeah, so I now know what a one-handed clap sounds like. But, you know, I definitely will take advice and things from people who know more than I do. Doesn't mean that I'm always going to do what they say I should. Case in point, MTH locomotives, I was pretty much told, don't buy them. And, well, I bought 2 of them. I guess I was just feeling froggy that day. And besides that, they're really cool looking demonstrators. How could you not buy them? I've never watched NCIS, so I don't know that reference. I never got into those ones. Now, I got into Law and Order, the first one, a little bit of the SVU, and after that, I was pretty much lost. But I used to like NYPD Blues. That was a good one. And now I don't watch a lot of TV. I spend a lot of my time watching YouTube, working on trains, reconfiguring things, figuring things out, breaking things, trying to fix things, 3D printing things, which now that I have a 3D printer, I am so glad that I do, because it has come in so handy in making things. Things I didn't even know I could make. Denosio is a smack to the back of the head. Okay. Yeah, I mean, figuratively, yeah, you've kind of, give me that on occasion. But you've also given me really good information when it comes to CVs and how to set up my stuff. So again, it's all appreciated. You're always willing to help, and I couldn't ask for more than that. Ah, smells like candy canes up in this mofo. Well, smells like oily candy canes, I guess. It's really what it smells like. If you want to see a good show for all mankind, okay. I don't know that I do. I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't know. I feel like every time I'm sitting in front of that TV, my IQ drops. I feel like I'm spending more time letting it watch me than me watching it. And if I am going to watch something on TV, I want to watch something educational where I'm learning something versus just watching a bunch of people running around reenacting or playing some part of something. I don't know. Thanks, Josh. Have a great night. Thanks for stopping in, brother. Appreciate you. It's always good to have you, man. Always good to have you. Stop back whenever you want. Well, as long as I'm here, I guess. Try to make these live streams a little bit more often, especially if I can get some more stuff done on the layout. I'd really like to get the crossing gates done so you guys can see that. Probably should make a video on how I did it, why I did it, and the reasoning why I didn't just leave well enough alone. Now, I'll say this about We Honest. They were very great about when I was telling them about the fact that their IR sensors were trash. They were more than willing to send me replacements to see if that could fix it. I mean, the guy even offered me a discount on another set if I wanted to buy something different, and I could return that one. And I didn't want to. I thought the system is good. It's for what it is. It wasn't super expensive. So I think it was $100 for 2 crossing gates, 2 servos, all the controls, the soundboard. Not bad. And then I had to put, I did replace the servos out with some better servos that are metal versus the plastic ones. And then I put about another $40 into an Arduino and a relay, server relay controller. And it works much better than what they had, but again, it's all tore down right now, so I can't even show you. But it is something I'm working on putting back together. It's just putting in the crossing gates, hooking up the servos, and then reconnecting the wires. So it shouldn't take me more than a day. I don't work extremely fast when I'm doing this stuff because when I start moving fast, I make a lot of errors. Good night, Josh. Now, surprisingly, that train cam has held up pretty well as far as its longevity of its battery, which is very surprising. I would have figured that thing would have died by now. I mean, we're an hour and a half into a stream. I thought that thing would last a good hour and die on me. So I'm not going to complain about that. I'll look up this Rapido stuff real quick. Since Clinton told me about it, I want to take a look and see what they've got. Oh my. Oh wow. Well, that's pretty fancy. They got a lot of road names. That's kind of surprising they have that many different road names. I mean, well, besides the road, I mean, the numbers. I mean, they're coming out with a lot of different variants. These are SD70 Max, Clinton. Hey, Clinton. I do know about the mystery boxes, but let me ask you a question on these SD. What does Rapido use for their DCC decoders with their sound? Do you know? I mean, their ask isn't too much different than BLI, though I think I spent about $30 more maybe for a diecast BLI. They are using Locksound 5. Okay. I was looking through their literature here and I didn't see where it said Locksound. I might have missed it though. Oh, there it is right there, Locksound. Okay, and Mo Power for the capacitors. BNSF, Alaska, Colorado, Georgia, Kansas City Southern, Texas Great Northern, Virginia and Ohio, Burlington Northern, CSX, and Metro. Oh, now come on now. Did you? Yes, they're Canadian after all, but I don't hold that against them at all. You didn't tell me they had the pink locomotives. I happened to click on a Texas Great Northern and found a pink one. I may have to buy that one just for my girlfriend. She might like a pink locomotive running around the tracks. There's nothing wrong with Canadian, except their bacon. That is not bacon, that's a ham slice. And I'll argue that forever. They have the pink car CTA train. Oh, I didn't know that. Now that I'm looking through the rest of their website, because when I got my when I ordered my cryo reefer car, I ordered it from them. When I got my second cryo reefer car, the one without sound, I actually ordered that one from Iron Planet Hobbies. But I did order the first one through Rapido. I probably could have got a better sound somewhere or a better price somewhere else, but neither here nor there. because you always pay more through the manufacturer than retail. But they had it in stock, the one I wanted, so I grabbed it. Oh, they do have the nice executive model of the BNSF too. That's a pretty unit. Some nice looking units for sure. Wowzers. Hey, you can't complain about that. I know who they are. I actually have. There's an Atlas Gold Dash 8 40 CW that was just put out recently. They have it in stock. It's a good price. I will probably order it from them. It's a real nice CSX unit. I saw, I can't tell you his name. Oh, I'll tell you his name in just a second. JLWII 2000. He did a review on it. It looked really nice. So I think I'm going to pick one of those up because I need another CSX unit. Probably like I need a frontal lobotomy. But here we are. So maybe something I pick up. I mean, Lombard definitely has good prices. I don't really eat gummy bears. Now, if he wants to send me some Swedish fish, now we're all about that life. J2K. Yeah, I mean, that's probably a, yeah. JL, I mean, did he used to have a Wii gaming channel? Wii, WII? 2000? Yeah. Yeah, we'll just call it J2K. That sounds good to me. So yeah, J2K did a really good review on it. I liked it. Looked like a really nice detailed locomotive in the Atlas Gold. I assume, like most of them, it'll run just fine. I could be wrong. A metal wheel and track gauge. Oh. Well, that was nice of them. I've ordered a shit ton from Train World. All I get from them is the stuff I ordered. And an invoice. That's about it. They're not going to go above and beyond, I don't think. You got any dealings with Midwest Model Railroad? They seem to have quite a bit of stuff in stock on occasion. I'll make that determination once I order from Lombard and I see how much better they are. I can only go off what I know. One of the things I do like about Train World is they seem to always have what I needed in stock. And they also run some of those Train World exclusive locomotives, which I really liked. You know, the World War II one that's running around on the track right now, and the Christmas one that I just ordered. No, this one's, oh man, hold on. Midwest Model Railroad, and they are in Independence, Missouri. And they are still in operation because I've spoken with them recently. So I know that this is the same one that's still running strong. First time I spoke to them was to let them know that, hey, you have the Wheeling and Lake Erie BLI 1765 listed as having smoke, and they don't make that one with a smoke. And they corrected its description, but still left it on the wrong category. So I just left it alone. So if you go to Midwest Model Railroad and do a search for diesel locomotives with smoke and sound, you'll find the BLI Wheeling and Lake Erie under that section. Yeah, I've heard of Hobby Time. I know they had some exclusives. Black Goose. It's the Black Goose version of the Blue Goose. I'm not into those, so yeah, I don't know. I just know what I found on Train World. That's why I went with them. But I mean, I'll look at Lombard again. I probably ordered that one from them. I'll give them a try. You speak highly of them. I can't imagine they're that bad. They're probably going to be pretty good, and I'll probably be happy with them. And honestly, for where they're located at, it's not that far from me. I don't think they are. Let me see. Lombard, Illinois. Oh, okay. So it's a far outside of Chicago subsidiary. No, it's only about 7 hours from me. That's not bad. Oh, well, that's kind of nice. Give you a percentage back. I'm looking them up now. I don't think I've ever dealt with them with anything. Okay. Now they got the pre-orders up for the Navy unit from BLI. And the Commodore. And the Commodore Vanderbilt with the fantasy paint. And the USAFF fantasy paint. That's a long drive for some fish. I mean, I've flown down to Florida just so I could have better seafood, but it was also on vacation, so, you know, it was an all-in-one type of deal. And I know one thing, whatever that locomotive... no, it looks like it's still the same one. When you go to their website and you get the pictures for the different stuff, the HO locomotives and rolling stock, whatever that green locomotive is, that's pretty. The Presidential Express, that's pretty. Oh, they got lots of trains. Oof. We got a whole lot of stuff here. I'll have to bookmark this because I did not know about them. That's really nice. I like it. Thanks for the heads up on that. I did not know that, Clinton. Oh, wow. Oh, they've even got the Akron Barber belt. No way. ABC. That's cool. Akron and Barberton belt locomotive switcher. That's cool. ABBRR. I didn't even... Jeez. Bowser's coming out with that. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, the steam engine, the green one, the Presidential Express, that's pretty. Man, talk about all the different road names they got. Goodness gracious. Everything you'd want and then some. Yeah, I could spend hours on that website. No, I won't buy. I mean, I don't mind buying Bowser cars. I won't buy Bowser locomotives. I have a couple of Bowser rolling stock. They're really nice. They run really well. They're smooth. Huh. A lot of different stuff here. Things I didn't even know that they even had. Now there's the pre-order for the Wheeling's 250th anniversary. I've already got one of those on order. I don't think the Atherton one's coming out till next year. Seems kind of counterintuitive to buy it from them. It's going to take a year to get. I'm sure it makes sense for some folks, just not me. Well, that is a ripoff. If they're not giving you all the class lights or no cab lights, no cabin interior, no number boards, that's, yeah, I wouldn't buy it either. Well, I don't know that I'll ever get to their store. I don't foresee me going towards Chicago anytime soon. And I was referring to Factory Direct's website because it's really nice. And boy, do they have a lot of locomotives. I mean, I found a Florida East Coast that I didn't even know existed. That's kind of a surprise. A kind of a good surprise. Trying to see if they've got a CSX modern locomotive with the boxcar logo. I like that logo for some weird, stupid reason. They got some older switchers. There's a SD40. Walters mainline. If it's like the rest of the Walters mainline ones, I didn't want nothing to do with that. I watched the video on that. They don't even have, I don't know, they're not even using individual LEDs for the ditch lights. They're using like one light, and they don't alternate, and they were not well centered. I don't know if that's just a bad run, but no thank you. Not paying that much money for something that doesn't work right. Factory Direct is owned by one brother, Bill. And Factory Direct Hobbies owns model train stuff. Oh. There's a lot of stuff going on. Seems like the hobby's getting more popular again. I don't know. I mean, I've been in my local hobby shop, and they've been busy. A lot of folks coming in there buying stuff, especially like O and stuff like that for running around. A lot of folks buying O gauge. That was okay. So in the movie, they were GE AC 4400 CWs. But I think the real engine. So the engine that was runaway was an AC 4400 CW. The one that tracked it down was an SD 40-2. And then I think the real locomotive was something completely different. It was an SD 40-2. Yeah, it's an SD40 for the real engine, an SD40-2, which was CSX 8888 48's Crazy 8. And then for the movie, they renamed it a different company, a fictitious company in AVN or something like that. But they were AC 4400 CWs. They borrowed 3 from Canadian Pacific Railway, Wheeling and Lake Erie, and Southwest Pennsylvania Railroad were the 3 companies they borrowed engines from to do the movie. Cranac. The amazing Cranac. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's AVI or AVI, something like that. What was the name of it? AWVR was the AWVR was the name of the fictitious company. Now I know some people out there have repainted them, and their decals are available. I think they're available for both N gauge and HO, if I'm not mistaken. You can repaint it and decal it up and make it however you want. But if you do it, Mike, you got to get a little teeny tiny Denzel Washington figurine to put on the back of the car when he's running down the tracks. His realism and things. I don't really know if it's a good movie. I don't know if it was the best train movie ever made. I still go back to Silver Streak with Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor. I think that was a pretty good train movie. Throw Mama from the Train. That was a pretty good movie. And Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Yeah, you got to put him on top of the Procore tanker. Yep. And then you got to spread some, loose grain, some corn down on the tracks for when Will was back there and got beat up with the corn when he got his foot smashed. I'm just kidding. You don't have to do any of that, but hey, realism. Why not? I mean, it was good for movie. I mean, the real incident was far less dramatic. Well, I don't care if it's steam or diesel. I'm just going off of what was the better train movie. I mean, there's some people today that think that Polar Express is the best train movie ever because, but that's everybody's got an opinion, I suppose. I don't know. Turn your CSX upside down right next to the track. Well, I'm in Ohio, so it seems like it'd be more Norfolk Southern, especially if you're going to have a fire beside the track burning off, toxic stuff, a la East Palestine, Ohio. It's not a movie, it's a cartoon. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, obviously it's a cartoon because no train's going to be able to do any of the things that one said. Definitely don't recreate East Palestine. You burn your house down when you set the chemicals on fire. That's all kinds of bad news. Don't do it. End of the line. I don't remember that one. I'll have to look that up. I don't remember what that one was. Oh. Wow, it was Kevin Bacon? And Wilford Brimley? Mr. Diabetes. What hasn't Bacon been in? That's the surprising thing. Fictional town in Arkansas. I don't think I've ever seen that one. 1987. Boy, that's an oldie. I'll have to add that to the ones I haven't seen yet. I don't think I've seen that with Kevin Bacon. God, that man's been in a lot of movies. 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Yeah, I looked up the description. That's definitely looks interesting. Something to put on my watch later list for sure. I mean, you're mixing guns and trains and treachery and all kinds of stuff together. Sounds like the American way. Oh, yes, the trading scene in Trading Spaces. Jamie Lee Curtis in her acting worst. Wasn't there a movie? Maybe I'm making this up in my head, but wasn't there some movie to do with trains that Gary Coleman was in? Maybe I'm just thinking it. I don't know. Yeah, Holga from Sweden. It looks like the train camera has decided the battery died on it, so we'll shut that one off. We'll just drop down to the 4 cameras and call it a day. Yeah, we can finally see all the rest of the stuff. Why not? Actually, it was kind of nice when that guy got put in with the gorilla, even though the gorilla was the most fake-looking gorilla I've ever seen in my life. Next to the one that he was in, the suit, yes, that was that movie had a lot to be desired. The Wrecker and the Chase. Okay. I read some book a long time ago about the fascinating history of the Intercontinental Railway, how it was created, who did it, who did what. That was kind of interesting, all leading up to the Golden Spike at Promontory Point. Boy, there was some treachery behind the scenes on that one. That was actually a couple years ago I read that. Probably more than, but still read it nonetheless. Snowball Express coming down a mountain from a ski resort. No brakes. That sounds like a hell of a time. I'll have to look that one up too. There's so many movies out there that I've never seen. Then again, I think that's true for everybody. They make so many movies and you can't get time to watch them all. I mean, if you started watching movies from the time you're born to the time you're dead, you'll never watch them all. In fact, you'll hardly scratch the surface. Too many. Well, gentlemen, I need to wrap this up. I need to get ready for tomorrow's fun and excitement of work. Yay! I can't wait to go. Actually, I'll be honest, I like my job. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this up. Call it a night. No brakes was a train of Bachman. Maybe he was a Bowser. Who knows? Probably more like a lifelike with the rubber bands went out on it. The rubber band broke and it didn't have no way to stop. But I appreciate you guys stopping in. It's been fun. I'm going to do this more often. Try to run some different trains. Hopefully get some more trains. O'Hare Airport. Well, good luck with that. Hopefully you're just picking somebody up and not flying out, because that's going to be a pain in the ass, especially O'Hare. You have my condolences. That's a very busy place. And hey, Mike, thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate having you here all the way from Scotland. Well, yeah, but some of their Slovakian stuff wasn't that good, Clinton. Especially the rubber band motors. That was kind of wonky. A Proto 2000? Yeah, that's pretty good stuff. All right, gentlemen, have a great night. Thank you for all stopping in. And we'll all jump back online and chat again soon. And Clinton, I look forward to seeing you on your next video or your next live stream. Hopefully you guys will catch me on my next video or live stream. And have a peaceful night.